Nowadays, 10 carriers fly the Airbus A380, all Nippon aviation routes, Asiana, English aviation routes, Emirates, Etihad, Korean Air, Lufthansa, Qantas, Qatar aviation routes, and Singapore carriers. Among now and next August, they plan in excess of 90 courses covering a typical distance of 3,606 nautical miles, 6,678 kilometers. Qantas has the longest stage length, while Asiana has the most limited. Given their long-stretch nature, A380s are flown on areas a third longer than a run-of-the-mill widebody. So what are the 10 longest right now? We should investigate the present video. We should not burn through any time and get right to it. The table you see here shows them. The distances you see recorded depend on the incomparable circle, so true tasks might change the request, particularly given how close a few courses are. A portion of the outcomes would likewise vary by block time. Qantas's Sydney-London Heathrow through Singapore, one-stop fifth opportunity administration positions first around the world. Yet indeed it's one stop instead of relentless. Thus, as far as a solitary highlight point, well, the longest flight would be Emirates' Dubai-Auckland advertising. Neither ought to come as a shock. It is impossible that Etihad's approaching new A380 course, which the transporter's boss business official said has not seen its 2 layers previously, will make the main 10 rundown. At the point when all direct trips on all hardware are thought of, Dubai-Auckland on the A380 positions 8th all around the world for relentless assistance. It is behind Singapore-New York JFK, Singapore-Newark, Doha-Auckland, Perth-London Heathrow, Melbourne-Dallas Postworth, Perth-Paris Charles de Gaulle, and Auckland-New York JFK. Between Walk 2013 and Walk 2018, Qantas Sydney-London Heathrow administration halted in Dubai rather than Singapore. This lengthy the one-way distance to 9,473 nautical miles, 17,544 kilometers, 2% more than halting in Singapore. Its Melbourne-London flights additionally changed to working by means of Dubai. This switch was driven by Qantas's organization with Emirates, and to some extent, Qantas is striving worldwide monetary outcomes. At the point when the pair's Australian administrations were joined, they're ultimately dependent on 14 day-to-day Dubai-Australia flights. In any case, from that point forward, Qantas has gotten back to working through the substantially more well-known Singapore 5 years into a 10-year organization. Regardless of this, the transporters actually have a nearby organization and code share on many courses. There have been longer A380 courses in the past that are, as of now, not on offer, and these include Singapore aircrafts to San Francisco through Hong Kong. This was offered momentarily in 2012/2013. Singapore aircrafts additionally fled among Changi and New York JFK by means of Frankfurt. This ran until May 2023. Qantas fled from Melbourne to London Heathrow by means of Singapore and, as we recently referenced, through Dubai for a brief period. This was most recently seen in Walk 2018. Qantas had an oddball activity from Melbourne to New York through Los Angeles in 2016, as well as an oddball sanction administration from Sydney to Orlando by means of Los Angeles in 2020. Have you been on any of these long A380 flights? Tell us by leaving a remark. Notwithstanding our day-to-day YouTube recordings, Basic Flying distributes north of 150 articles, consistently assuming that you're searching for the most recent aeronautics news and bits of knowledge. Visit basicfly.c.